Hello there. If you're watching this right now, you know I have a bit of a confession to make. I like Wizards of Waverly Place. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't that one of those Disney Channel tween-coms? And yes, it is. And honestly, most of them are pretty terrible. Sonny with a Chance? Hate it. Zack and Cody? Hate it. Hannah Montana? Despise it. Wizards of Waverly Place, on the other hand, I find it to be an enjoyable and funny series. It's hard for me to admit that, but it's true. So, if you allow me to explain myself, let's take a look at the show and see why. First off, if you've never seen it, here's the general premise. The series revolves around the Russo family, who run a sandwich shop in New York City. Jerry is a former wizard who lost his powers when he decided to marry a mortal woman named Teresa. However, their 3 children have inherited magical powers and compete to become the family wizard. To make things clear, in the wizard world, only one sibling in a family is allowed magical powers, and they have to prove themselves worthy by taking part in a competition. Right there you see what sets it apart from the other sitcoms on the Disney Channel. The wizard competition is an overriding story arc that goes throughout the whole course of the series and is really important in establishing the sibling rivalry as not over something silly. I just hope the writers don't cop out in the end and have the rules changed so that all 3 of them keep their powers. There are also some other great story arcs that appear, mainly involving the family having to deal with the threat of other mythical creatures, like vampires, werewolves, and angels. They work very well in making the show delve into more dramatic storylines that actually feel genuine and not forced in.
Rosie, you're still here. I thought that you took off.
You thought I would take off without you? No, I just lost you in all that chaos.
Look, I don't even know where to begin to apologize. This was supposed to be our do-over date. It was even worse than the last one.
Justin, it's not about any one date. We're gonna have lots of dates.
We are? I don't know if it's the fear of losing you or the fact that a coyote could come out of the woods and eat us right now, but I'm just gonna lay it on out there. You mean a lot to me.
Justin's relationship with the vampire Juliet especially proves to be a nice emotional arc. Another thing that sets Wizards of Waverly Place apart from the other sitcoms, and a large part of why the show works for me, is the acting. It seems like on the other shows, the actors are directed to go over the top, but it's not funny. It's just obnoxious and makes the characters unappealing. In here, the actors are down to earth and actually know the meaning of the word subtlety, but it also helps the characters are well developed and likable personalities. Selena Gomez plays the main protagonist Alex, who is a bit of a troublemaker and tends to use magic for her own gain. However, she does legitimately care about her family and actually does learn her lesson in the end of the episode, unlike that schizophrenic rock star or the hyperactive twins. She also has a sarcastic but very funny wit, and Gomez sells it incredibly well.
Awesome! I'll be done in like 5 minutes. Mom and Dad will never... That's a little cleaner than I was going for.
I'd run away right now, but I don't know where to go.
Dad's gonna have a cow, and a sheep, and a pig, and a goat when he sees all this.
Hi!
Oh, never mind.
She has this ability of making even the less well-written jokes elicit a smile, and she is altogether likable on a show she is the center of, as well as actually giving a natural and believable performance.
They've accepted me for summer boarding school.
Well, of course they accepted you. Who else would want to go?
Lots of people. If you get into WizTech, you're a shoo-in for Transylvania State.
You mean it gets better?
And you know the best part about WizTech? I get a whole summer away from, you know who.
I know you mean me, and that's totally unfair.
Awesome! Hey, let's scare Justin again.
However, it's a credit to the supporting actors that they don't try to one-up each other. David Henry plays Justin, the older and responsible brother, in a similar way. He's always trying to be the right one, but he also occasionally does things for his own need. Nonetheless, he delivers a good number of laughs too.
That's why I can't wait to get to WizTech, where everyone is so much more serious about magic. All summer long, I'll be in classes that focus on the craft of magic and using it respectfully, the way it's meant to be. All right, Dad? Why are you guys looking at me like I just gave you an idea?
The youngest Russo sibling, Max, played by Jake T. Austin, is given the role of being the dullard of the family, but they actually manage to not make him too stupid, and they don't make him too silly, thankfully.
Magical qualities, huh?
Did you say something, Max?
Nope, didn't say a word. Magical qualities, huh?
Let's just pretend we didn't hear it that time.
Don't let this garden go to waste. Give all this food a lot more taste. Well, that wasn't expected.
Then there are the parents, portrayed by David DeLuise and Maria Canals-Barrera, who are stern in how magic is used by their children, but they're still funny and well-meaning.
Don't worry, honey. Our kids will be fine.
I'm not worried about our kids. I'm worried about the other kids. Alex is there.
Max, what's all this?
Well, now that I'm an only child, we can do all that stuff that we've been too busy to do. Dad, what do you want to start with?
Nap.
Like riding around Central Park?
A nap.
Well, how about...
A nap.
Unfortunately, we still got a couple of the usual Disney sitcom stereotypes thrown in. While the Russos are down to earth, Alex's best friend Harper is portrayed over the top and way too quirky by Jennifer Stone, to the point where it feels like the network executives sent the directors a memo requiring at least one typical Disney Channel character on the show. There's little dimension to Harper, and her one joke is that she wears odd clothing. It's not quite as stupid and annoying as when a certain overrated fake singer does it, but it's still a poor character decision on the writer's part.
I'm cool. Whoa, whoa! What's with the garlic? We were just having a conversation.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure how this whole thing was gonna go.
So you made a garlic necklace?
No, I actually had it. It's for this pasta outfit that I'm working on.
Oh, you're the food for clothes girl. Yeah, Justin has talked about you.
The adult guest stars also seem to ham it up to the nth degree, with one recurring character being a school headmaster with a strange cowboy fetish.
Just a little cactus hair. I'd like to see more cowboys in the above-ground city.
Cowboys in my mural.
Our mural? I think it would really represent our country's great manifest destiny and westward ho mentality.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's about. It's one of the main reasons why I don't care for the episodes where they go to some Hogwarts-type school, as the guest actors practically mug for the camera every chance they get.
Justin and Alex Russo, I'm Dr. Evelini. You will both be in my class.
Oh, and there's also the constant never-ending laugh track, but this show being a lot funnier than the other tween coms makes it slightly more tolerable. Back to what I like about the show, there's also a self-awareness about itself rarely seen on these tween-named sitcoms, as it seems to know that its existence is due to the popularity of a certain series of popular books about British wizards.
Oh, sweet.
You know, with those glasses and that robe on, you remind me of someone. Is it Terry something, Barry something, Larry something? Oh, never mind.
What kind of powers do these glasses give you?
None. They just look wonderful with the black bathrobes.
Great, we're accessorizing ugly. Mom, Dad, please don't make me stay.
It also avoids a really annoying cliche that appears in the other shows. It's not about characters who either are famous or want to be famous. Why do the Disney Channel, even the Nickelodeon sitcoms, fall into this annoying trapping? To me, it sends a poor lesson to the children watching that you have to be famous in order to gain happiness, and so it's refreshing to see a series about teenagers not trying to become the latest pop star or television starlet. Alex's main goal throughout the show is to be a good wizard, and one especially daring decision on the writer's part was to make the character tone deaf.
I'll play, you sing.
Twinkle, twinkle, little angels.
Angels.
If you wonder, we are angels. Harp solo. Okay, ta-da!
right. You're angels. Horribly awkward, untalented, flabby, winged tone.
Okay, so he said it. We're angels. All right, let's get back to the slide.
Considering Selena Gomez is actually a pretty good singer, that makes that character trait all the more brave, as Disney would have surely told the writers to give her a song number an episode by now, if they hadn't established Alex as a below-average singer. In the end, Wizards of Waverly Place is not so much about magic and witchcraft as much as it's about family, and that's why the show succeeds as well as it does. The Russo family are a close-knit clan who care for one another, and that's a large part of why this sitcom stands above all others of its ilk these days. The actors look like they have known each other for many years, there's a chemistry there, and it's well established by both the realistic portrayal and the solid writing. This is especially shown in the made-for-television movie where Alex accidentally wishes her parents had never met, and she regrets that instantly. While the movie had the usual humor of the series, there was plenty of heart to be found, the characters will develop further, and the main theme of Family Conquers All is well played. In conclusion, while I admit Wizards of Waverly Place is not going to enter the hallmark of classic sitcoms like Seinfeld or, more appropriately, Boy Meets World, I'm not afraid to admit that I enjoy the characters, the jokes are funny, and the stories are good fun. Most of all, the acting is not obnoxious, and the lessons are good ones that don't feel forced in the least. Unlike the likes of Hannah Montana and iCarly, I don't shiver at the thought of the younger generation watching this show. So, with that off my chest, I'm gonna go watch Goodfellas, and I also have to renew my man card, so I'll see you next time.
Well, you know everything's gonna be a breeze. Like the animal, no doubt, justify the means. Can fix any problem with the side of the ease.